The average person on the street know wildlife exists, but doesn't know the fact that they were facing extinction. I see parents trying to fend for their families. I see children running around, all having fun. People can't coexist with wildlife. Our life can even be better, and that is what I'm trying to make happen. I am the founder and director of Herb Conservation Ghana, and what we do is to protect endangered amphibians and reptiles. I was literally born into conservation. I grew up in a national park and I spent most of my childhood with wildlife, running around with baboons and elephants and hearing lions in the night. What really got my attention to work on frogs was the fact that they were facing extinction and nothing was being done about it. When I think of extinction, I think of losing a loved one. I experienced this as a child when my father died. He was very, very dear to me, and I always hoped that there was something that I could do to bring him back. And the same way, when I realized that these organisms are going extinct and nothing was really being done about it, I was really heartbroken. There were frogs and nobody cared about frogs. And I knew that it was really my calling. I had to do something about it. I came to Amezope, close to Ghana's boundary with the Republic of Togo, about 9 years ago. The reason was that I was looking for the Togo slippery frog. The Togo slippery frog was assumed extinct for several years, and a team of scientists that was part of that team rediscovered some populations, and the only place that I found it was here in Amezope. I think that I love this frog first because of just what it is. It's very unique, it's special, it's adorable. I think that it deserves a chance to be here for a long time. What we realized, of course, before we came in here, it was just food, you know, and the local people from the interviews we conducted said that the ancestors chose to live here. One of the main reasons was because of this frog. It lives entirely in these streams. It breathes in shallow pools within the stream. Amphibians are the most threatening vertebrate group in the world. And amphibians are very sensitive to some specialized habitats. And when they don't have those conditions, they simply cannot survive. It is estimated that we've lost 80% of our forests in the last 100 years. A developing country trying to develop would always use the resources that are available to it. People want to survive, and so they'll clear more forests. It's not just forest. We're also going to lose other very important species. We know so little about amphibians in Ghana, and the reason is very simple. The reason is that until I started my work, there was no Ghanaian local person studying frogs. Every species is important. Protecting these tiny frogs is as equally important as protecting a tiger or an elephant. And without the forest, without the streams, there will be no visiting frogs. With the partnership from Rainforest Trust, we're able to get a lot more stakeholders involved. We're able to establish the Nippon Endangered Species Refuge. which initially has been an 847-acre of forest. Without the partnership with Rainforest Trust, we never could have come this far. And now we are even expanding 2,500 acres of forests preserved alongside 11 other IUCN threatening species, guaranteeing water source for communities downstream. This is phenomenal. Community people have finally understood the need to conserve the forest and the frogs. Conservation will never be successful without community ownership. The goal of any biodiversity conservation project is that the work is eventually done by the local people. Behavior Change Group, a group of local people who are volunteering their time and other resources to educate their peers about the value of conservation in communities. Some of them are shopkeepers, they are farmers, some are former chainsaw operators and hunters. I really hold them in very high esteem. They understand that keeping the forest intact is good for the community and for the global community as well. They understand that preserving water is important. They understand that protecting endemic wildlife has long-term benefit to them. The world is in need of things that really work. We need examples. We need to show that this thing really works. And I think that's what this community is doing, trying to say that, hey, we can protect our forests and wildlife and still be better off. What I want for the future of Ghana is not any different from what I want for this community and for the rest of the world, which is more wildlife sensitivity. People are willing to live with wildlife. If we engage them using the right tools, we will be able to save species in this country. I'm getting there gradually. I started to prove a point that this is possible.